today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On the return, it's Taylor. And he returns this to the 22. Now a first carry for their fullback. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
He gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after here coming up. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and brings in a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game?
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
touchdown! Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now Lawrence to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over with his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
2nd and 16. Here's Lance.
This will be caught at Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, 49ers. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Trey Lance and the 49ers set to go back on offense here.
And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just... And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown 49ers. First-half touchdowns.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off near the 29.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So we reach halftime, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
On play action, Lance.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Lawrence's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try.
Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in at 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Odell Beckham, 30 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taylor now from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Play action, now it's Lance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That's the tight end Hurst with it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On second down, another shot for Sermon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lance.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Looking to throw again on second down.
Lance. That's complete to his running back, Trey Sermon. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
And they'll run with Sermon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Sermon,
his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run.
On the return, it's Taylor.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now it looks like he'll throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Second down and goal. Lance. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Lance looking to throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
He's going to let it fly.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. A final shot now for Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put